What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today, my friends, do we have a lot of awesome stuff to talk about. So the Destiny 2 reveal trailer has just gone live, giving us a first proper look at the sequel. So we're going to be breaking it down, of course, picking out any cool important parts. And then on top of that, we also got a bunch of info about the setting of the game that the trailer doesn't tell us, and some info about the expansions, the first 2 DLC packs, which are scheduled for release just after Destiny 2's launch, which are themed on Osiris and also the Rasputin Warmind. So a lot of stuff to talk about. Of course, if you're excited for the Destiny 2 hype train officially beginning, be sure to drop a like on the video. So the trailer itself isn't actually any gameplay in it, it's just simply a cinematic shot kind of setting up the story of what to expect in the actual sequel. Of course, as we know, the Cabal have invaded the tower in the last city, and they are raining hell upon us. Everything is destroyed, including the tower. There's also a couple of looks at new enemies, which we'll get into in a second. So let's begin first off with the basics, which most of us already know from the leaks because they were all correct. So the release date is September 8th. That is when the game is officially launching worldwide. It is also on the PC platform officially, in addition to PS4 and Xbox One, of course. There is a public open beta, which you can gain access to if you pre-order, which of course is also live now. And there's going to be a gameplay reveal happening on May 18th. So quite a long way away, but that is our first official look at gameplay. For now, Bungie is saying they're focusing on the story and kind of setting up the main setting for the game, and then in May and just before E3 is when we're going to hop into some gameplay, and that's when we can expect a lot of a closer look in terms of the UI, some of the loot, and how the game is actually going to work mechanically. Right now, it's kind of a broad overlook of how the game is setting us up for the sequel. So quickly going through the trailer and a couple of things that you can spot which are very, very interesting. Firstly, the literal open shot. What is going on with the Traveler? It is all in flames and looking in a very sorry state. That is probably the biggest question of all right now. What on earth has happened to the Traveler? Is it in defense mode? Has it been attacked? Has it been like blown up? What is going on with that thing? And also, there are no ghosts to be seen in this trailer, at least no one spotted one anyway. So maybe the Traveler is kind of in a bad way right now, and maybe we have to find some other source of power instead of light. I'm sure it will come alive and do something at some point, but the Traveler is definitely in a very, very bad state right now. We can also see some of the shots of Cabal with some of their new weaponry and also enemies. This one right here is showing a Phalanx with a crazy like kind of holographic shield, and of course the Bruiser behind him with his giant flaming blades. There was also a really cool shot of all 3 of the Vanguard actually fighting against the Cabal. They're all really like over the top shots. You've got Zavala literally meleeing a Cabal with his Shadow Price auto rifle. You've got Cora Ray actually doing her Storm Trance overpowered melee on a Cabal as well. And you got Cade 6 firing his Ace of Spades like a last word. So really cool shots. I think the best thing is how we can finally see these guys in action actually fighting and using their weapons. I mean, these guys are legends apparently. We've seen them literally for 3 years doing absolutely nothing, just standing next to the table. We've heard how powerful they are, but now we're seeing them in action and we'll be fighting alongside them, claiming back the last city. So in the next shot is a very, very interesting look at a brand new enemy type of the Cabal, and appears to be one of their pets, perhaps what they use to attack people. There's like this weird kind of like reptile slash dinosaur thing. It's just a very strange looking creature. We can also see a bunch of the tower being destroyed and explosions happening in the gunsmith area. All of our weapons, they're all gone. Expect the vaults, they're all blown up. Who cares about vault space? They're literally gone now. Also the tower from below, you can see more explosions. It's not in a very good way, and these Cabal ships are very menacing as well. You can see some ships fighting against it, but doesn't seem to be doing much effect. These Cabal are very, very powerful. And now in this next shot, we get to see the leader of all of this carnage. And this is the leader of the Red Guard, or the Red Legion, whose name is Gaul, or Gary as they're calling him in the trailer, as Cade kind of makes a joke about. So this is the guy. This is the biggest and baddest enemy we know of so far in Destiny 2. And most likely going to be the final raid boss, if not the final story boss. And evidently, these Cabal Red Guards are very, very powerful. So on top of that, of course, the Destiny the Game website updated with a ton more info and pre-orders and different platforms, and also different editions of the game. You got Collector's Edition, Special Edition, Expansion Passes, Playing Games, and the Expansion Pass is very interesting indeed. So as you can see on screen right now, we have the Destiny 2 Expansion Pass by itself. We have an official roadmap of what to expect the second Destiny launches. We already know 2 expansions are on the way. And of course, if you look at the images, we can tell Expansion 1 is going to be related to Osiris, which I personally cannot wait for. I think it's one of the most interesting storylines of Destiny. And it's going to be so, so cool to finally get some answers. We'll probably meet him and get some actual information from him, and maybe go to places like Mercury, maybe a Vex raid in that. But yeah, Osiris expansion, I absolutely cannot wait. And the second one is to do with the Rasputin Warmind. So even more interesting, Unwrapping, another storyline I really do love. So it looks like two of the biggest mysteries and two of the most interesting story elements of Destiny's universe are going to be solved in their own dedicated expansions, which is just awesome news. And to see them already rolling out a roadmap of what to expect with this expansion pass is so awesome. So going through some more details from the collector's edition pages, we actually got a description of what to expect for Destiny 2 in terms of the story. So it says, from the makers of the acclaimed hit game Destiny comes the much anticipated sequel, an action shooter that takes you on an epic journey across the solar system. So the trailer did kind of give the impression that most of this game would be taking place on Earth, fighting for our city, but of course the main game is going to be taking place in much more planets and uncharted planets we've never been to before, kind of hinting at possibly Europa, maybe Mercury, again because these are uncharted planets, these are going to be brand new ones, possibly Saturn like the leak suggested, where we'll face a lot of the Cabal, but the charted ones are obviously ones like Venus and Mars ones already been to, the uncharted ones are going to be brand new ones in the solar system, so yeah, expect a lot of brand new planets and a lot of really cool environments. So diving deeper into the description, it says, immersive cinematic story, humanity's last safe city has fallen to an overwhelming invasion force led by Ghoul, the imposing commander of the brutal Red Legion. He has stripped the city's guardians of their power and forced the survivors to flee. You'll venture to mysterious unexplored worlds of our solar system to discover an arsenal of weapons and devastating new combat abilities. To defeat the Red Legion and confront Ghoul, you have to reunite humanity's shattered heroes, stand together and fight to reclaim our home. And it says dramatic cinematic story with missions and relatable characters, new worlds, stunning environments to explore with action, adventure and discoverable rewards, gameplay activities for all types of players, so new, returning, casual and competitive, which is a very good word to hear, competitive PvP gameplay with new maps and modes, and customize your character with more options than ever before to enhance your abilities. So there you have it, Destiny 2, a brand new trailer, a gameplay reveal coming soon, a bunch of info about Collector's Edition and expansions, and of course the story setting itself. Of course, let me know all of your thoughts and speculations down below. This is definitely an exciting time. And of course, if you're excited, drop a like on the video, that'd be much appreciated. Keep an eye out for a ton more videos covering any more news and information that comes out right here on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one.